All right, welcome. I'm in a bit of a weird place right now. I'm not in my house, but I thought regardless, I would keep up the consistency and making one of these every single day without fail, both short form and long form. So let's get into this one. Now, this one is going to be 3 tools which will tenfold your results with content creation in half the time. Now, I know looking at this just off the bat, you're kind of like, I already know all these tools. The problem is you don't know how to use them correctly for content creation because chances are you've used them before. And to say the least, you're probably a bit unsatisfied with the results. For example, you've asked ChatGPT, create me video ideas, or you've asked ChatGPT, create me scripts, and it's not been good, especially with script writing. ChatGPT is appalling at script writing. But that's just because you've prompted it wrong and you've framed it wrong and you're using the wrong extensions with it. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to frame, prompt, and correctly format every single one of these tools. So it's just completely a monster in content creation. Because the proof of concept is here right now. I have every single one of these tabs open. I have Notion right here. Notion here, Figma here, ChatGPT right here. The proof of concept is already there. I'm a content creator. I do this for my clients, and I have all the different clients open right here. All the work we're doing in Figma. On Notion, all the different work we're doing in Notion, right? I have the script of the short form video I just recorded, right? I have the YouTube video, which I'm literally filming right now as we speak. Every single thing that I talk about, I'm actually using, which is why it's so valuable, because I'm not withholding from giving value. Now, I see so many people using these basic tools like GPT and just getting a terrible output. And then they conclude that the AI is not yet advanced enough to help them out with content creation. Now, I'm here to tell you that there are no secret tools to revolutionize it, but rather using the established tools correctly will actually get you results. Now, here's how to use ChatGPT. You need to first of all use ChatGPT 4.0. It is smarter than any human alive. I've spoken to a variety of millionaires who all agree the same thing. ChatGPT 4.0 is smarter than any human alive. It's faster, it's smarter. It just requires the right instructions. The problem is that it's smarter than the humans. So when the humans can't articulate what they correctly want, the AI just jumps to a far conclusion since it has all this information. So you need to prompt it correctly. Okay. One way I really like to use it is to upload a screenshot. So here I just uploaded a screenshot from Notion and said create video ideas like this one. Now I've given it the proof of concept, and literally the video you're watching right now, it gave me, right? I just had to slightly tweak it. Uploading a script, make this more concise, right? Then the number one ChatGPT hack, this is what I use all the time. This is why I use ChatGPT single-handedly, is these explore ChatGPTs, these ones which are made by other people. Now, these ones are so good because other companies literally develop these as a lead magnet. So they're really quality. So I use very often copyrighted GPT, which is really good at copywriting, like almost as good as my copywriter, which I literally hired. And then also free YouTube summarizer. So I just put in any YouTube link and it summarizes it. There are many others though. I would tell you the top 3. Number 1 is the copywriting GPT. This one right here, 300,000 conversations. It's very, very good as long as you prompt it correctly. Like you could just say, one of my favorite prompts is if like rewrite this or reword this or make this more converting concisely so that every single word is worth $1,000, because now it knows every word has to be quality because every word is worth $1,000, right? Now, surprisingly and kind of amusingly, I very much like Cobra Tape GPT. It has several 100,000 conversations and it is very good. Why am I using this? Am I using it to motivate myself? No. The way that it formats its responses is very, very straight to the point and very, like, honestly good for copywriting as well. Like, it's hilarious, but just try it. Its output for copywriting is good because it's engaging, it's straight to the point, everything of that nature. Now, the next one is obviously, like, this one's really good, is a diagram or Figma maker. So you can simply prompt it, create me a diagram for XYZ, right? Create me a diagram on this funnel. You know, send an outbound message, get a response, send a Loom video, book a call, etc. And it'll literally create your diagram within seconds that would have taken you like a minute. So it's a big time saver, and I use it very often, even in these YouTube videos. Now, for Notion, you need to use databases in Notion. Like single-handedly, I run my entire business off Notion databases. So the strategy, you need to think of a database for everything. Your team, your competitors, your social channels, your content ideas, so much more. Then you want to go onto a page and you want to create these sub pages and make a database on each individual subpage. And then after this, create a linked view of the database on the main page. And then you can link together every single sub database which you made within those subpages into one database. Perfect example is right here where I have links Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and YouTube. So all my different acquisition funnels all linked in one, and I can just switch through them. And it's so systematized and it's so like automated because I can just flick through them, and it's just like simple, very simple, right? Change views between each one. If it's data sensitive, like a competitor view. If it's a process, like a video production, then make it a board like this. If it's like a set of information, like competitors or video ideas, then make it a table, right? So this one would be the example of like a table database. And so I literally done it for everything. We have my content production right here. Then we have like hook libraries. So when I'm scripting my videos, I use these. Then there's like the different types you can filter by. Like today I want a controversial hook, and I can just filter by controversial. There's a filter button over there. Then there's a hook, there's the example, there's a page with more info, etc., etc. Subhooks, same thing, the type, what it is, the example, etc. I've made a database for everything, and then I link them all in one, and then this whole content creation process is so systematized. Another one, creator list. This is where I add in any competing creators. Sorry about that. Any creators who are essentially my competition, who I can pull ideas from. Okay, this video did well, let me pull it from them. And I can add them in here, their niche, their Instagram, and then come over to this video bank where I can actually assign it a creator from the other one, since they're all linked. And I can be like, okay, here's the video link, here's the views, here's the title, here's if I've completed it or not. And then I can literally create videos with proof of concept backing them. Like, hey, the audience, the market really like this video that this person did. Let me take it, implement it for myself, change XYZ things. I see they did this wrong, I'm going to improve on it here. And this is one of the ways which I'm able to just blow many of my clients up who actually want to perform on social media. Then Gumloop integration. You can also Gumloop AI to enter data into your databases. So for one of my clients, we literally got Gumloop to scrape news off Hacker News and import it into Notion. That's the view. Scrape Hacker News, business, stocks, crypto. Those were the query. Then simply put the links in the link tab in the database and the titles right here. And then bam, you can see we have a bunch of them with the link for more info. Mind you, they weren't really good. They had nothing to do with crypto or business, but it's still an amazing start. It just took some filtering. Figma. Now, Figma is my favorite software. It's honestly my favorite. It's the best place to compile ideas, organize a strategy, and then prepare it for execution, and even use it for execution. Use a mixture of this and GPT, and you can create mood boards. So for example, like I could just come over here right now, and I could be like, let me just screenshot this. I can go to ChatGPT, and you can see here, I could just say to it, for example, like, create me a mood board based off the coloring here. I want my main branding colors to be coral, red, white, and black. Design me an image of a social media, yeah, and then it's going to actually use it created this, so you can see it's just created me a mood board right now where it's like got the car, it's got different copy right here, so it's just created me a mood board just like that, and it's actually pretty good. So then you can copy this in. Obviously you can come back to where we were, you can be like, okay, here's my mood board now, then like here's different images we can pull from my competition, here's the actual types of content I want to make. So it's like, you know, I want to be making, if I pull this over here, you know, like talking head where I'm green screened in front of something that I'm talking about. I want to be making these Loom YouTube guides like I'm making right now. I want to be making ads just like this, and you can compile it all and then use the Notion to execute this strategy. So you can come on and, for example, right here, it's like, okay, content types, Instagram, I click new. This is, by the way, I give every single one of my clients this. I can't go too much into depth because it took a lot of programming, etc. But you can click on what one of the content type which the client has, and then it'll create that video for them. But yeah, that's everything to the tools which I really think will help you scale your social media and do so in less time. I just found it very informative, and message me on Instagram if you have any questions, any queries, or if you want to work with me. And yeah, have a nice one.